Hello adventurers, so it's Easter weekend. I haven't gone out anywhere travelling or camping or anything because everybody else does. So I pick Easter to often not go out and do anything and stay at home, and I'll pick a time when it's quieter. So I'm going to use this time to play around on the bike and maybe the other bike, but this bike right now. I'm going to add a GPS to it. I think I've got enough parts lying around to add a GPS to this, similar to my other bike. Pretty handy, especially when you're fishing and you have to go 15, 20 Ks from base and possibly over dunes. The wind comes up, blows your tracks away. It's middle of the night when you're heading back after fishing and you really don't know, which direction you're going, and you can overshoot and it can take you a while to get back. And all of that is, you're limited on fuel and how much fuel you carry when you go on those long trips. So you don't want to be driving around unnecessarily. So we're going to see if we can find enough parts to put a moving map GPS on this bike. So let's go and have a look. So I think that it'll probably go sort of up in here somewhere. I'll try and get it into this area here so you can still see the speedo and it's not too much in the way. I think I'll probably mount it here. There's too much going on over this side, so I'll probably mount it here somewhere and try and have the GPS in here. The screen, I think it's about a 7-inch screen. So we'll have it in there. Let's go and see if we can find the bits and pieces and get it all together. So over here, I think, here you go, here's the part that I think will go onto the handlebar. What do we got? Oh, here's the U-bolts. That should go with that, I think. They got, there's nuts on all of those. And I think behind here, there is a ram mount butterfly arrangement. Oh, well, let's go and get those onto the bench. I have in my mind the tablet I want to use, so we'll just duck inside and grab it out of one of the cupboards. I think I've got a couple of them. I think I've got one spare, so we'll go and take a look. So here we are in the old tablet section of the gadgets cupboard. So there's actually a Windows tablet, we don't need that one. That's an old Dell. That's a MacBook Air. Here we go. That's the old version. Here is the one that I want. So this is the one I haven't used yet. This is the spare. So this is a ruggedized tablet. Let's take it out of the bike and see how it fits. Okay, so I reckon that this will work about in here somewhere. Once you're sitting on the bike, it should look good there. About there, so you can still see the speedo. It's not going to get in the way of anything. And you can just glance down and have a look at the moving map. Let's get the mount on and we'll see where that goes. Then we have to be able to power it. So that reminds me, we've got to find the power cord. I'm sure under the bench here there was the power cord. Is that it there? And a cigarette light plug on it. That's not it. No, that's not it. There's one there. What's that? That's it. There we go. I think that's it. Yep. Has the little power brick on it. So this will be the power cord, but I'm gonna shorten that power cord up, but don't need all that length, so we'll do that. So we've now pretty well got GPS or tablet, mounting and power. We should be able to start to look at it on the bike. Let's get to that part. So I think that will go there, and then that will somehow sit down in here like this. That's what I'm sort of expecting. We'll get this mount on and then we'll see how it looks. So just to protect the paint, I'm going to put a little flap of rubber around here that just protects the paint, so if I ever take it off, it will look okay. I'm just going to use a little bit of tape to hold it in place while I get the rest on. So I'll just put it around here nice and tight, and then just that's it, and then just pull this around. Now we need to get the ball on, so we'll get that on. We'll put one of these U-bolts around, and then just like that should work, I think. And we'll get a couple of nuts on there, and then do him up just to hold him. One washer. This is all stainless steel, so obviously so it doesn't rust. And this will just make it a bit faster to do up. Now I can get him sort of positioned. That'll do for a test. Oh, a bit loose, but that'll do for a test, I think. The rest of the GPS, let's get that mounted in its spot and see what it looks like. Something like that look all right. Sort of out of the way, it's out of the key. The choke's behind there, but that's not a problem. You can see everything, so I think that's pretty good. Let's wire it up and get it turned on. We have the power cord and the power box there, and I'm going to just, for now, use this accessory cigarette lighter plug that's there. I might wire it direct to the battery because I'm not a fan of those, but that's what I'll use for now. So we'll run the wires. I will make a short little adapter to go to here, so we don't have a big long wire hanging down, or we have to get tie up a wire. So let's get the power mounted, then we can start it up. And usually I use blue tack to seal all this up, but that goes in the bottom. This here should go around, and I have some tape on the back to dual lock tape, which should, I'm hoping it's enough there to mount this. And then I'll put a cigarette lighter plug onto that, and it'll go into here. Okay, let's get that cigarette lighter plug done. Okie dokie, we will solder this together and then heat shrink it, and then this should be right to go. Done. Bit of heat shrink. Bit of heat shrink over it like that. Just paint that up to there. There we go. Got a bit of a flame going. Done. There we go, we've got that short little lead now in there, and I'll tie that up to here. And if I turn the key on, it should pop up the screen, I think, yep. And then we can just hook. We just tap on Ozi Explorer. So this is running Hema maps. And as you can see here, Hema maps, and there's Western Australia with some waypoints, if you can see that. And I've got different maps, different map scales. There you go, that's 150. That's some other scale. If I zoom in, I can just keep on changing map scales. There's a bit more detail. It's Marvel lock. Just keep on changing scales. So all the Hema maps. So that's nearly complete. I'll just tie up the last of this wiring, and that will be a GPS with moving map, ruggedized, waterproof, splash-proof, dust-proof on the four-wheeler bike. So there you have it, guys, a GPS built out of bits and pieces lying around. If you've got an old tablet or anything like that, you can make it into a GPS, as long as it's got a built-in GPS. This one's ruggedized, waterproof, built-in GPS, and I just loaded the Hema app for Android on there and the Hema maps, and it works just like a Hema would. You can log points and upload points and all that sort of stuff. So this should work really good, and should be yeah, make it a lot easier to get back after a big night fishing with a lot of fish. Oh, and that's just a quick one. Bit of an Easter weekend, yeah, looking for something to do type video. Oh, I'll catch you on the next one. Have fun.